Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm one Jin.
Today we are going to talk about Boys Season 4, Episode 4. Spoilers for everything up to now. Here we go. So this episode was actually very thematically rich. The theme was so laser focused on every single character going through their past. And what's up, ZZ? Big shout out to Ichanong, Scott Walker, ZZ. And some of them I love, some of them I did not like. Frenchie's past I did not like. I felt that was a little bit contrived.
It kind of felt like Jason Bourne. Did you remember, Jason Bourne has that flashback of getting on that yacht?
Yeah.
And he lost his memory and stuff. It kind of reminded me of that. It was, I'm sorry to Frenchie, but it kind of felt generic compared to other characters.
Yeah, because I felt like Frenchie's past was dealt a lot already from the start. Because he starts off as an assassin, and his bond with Kimiko is about these two like healing together. And I thought them continuing that theme was all right. But the two I did love was Starlight's past and
of course Homelander.
Yeah, and Homelander. And I especially love Starlight's tension with Firecracker because I think. The Firecracker character is very sympathetic, to me at least, because since last episode, and I thought that let's say girl on girl violence, I really liked that a lot, and I thought that and Homelander carried the whole episode for me.
And I especially loved Homelander's story because, ever since season 1, we see glimpses of Homelander where things are really creepy. And we just had no choice but to ask ourselves, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And with this episode, we're getting a clearer picture of why Homelander is so love deprived and he's so attention seeking, why he's still so insecure. And, usually when Homelander kills people, I kind of feel sorry for the people.
But here it was.
But here it was very gray because basically he was kind of killing Dr. Mengele kind of Nazi doctors. Yeah, when you hear Homelander talk about the past and we see that flashback of him young Homelander screaming in that oven, man. And he was casually throwing that crumpled paper in the bin. No wonder he didn't forget about that shit. I would remember that for the rest of my life, and I would wish for evil things to happen to him.
I told you Say was performing yeah, you were right.
Oh, Lobotomy, that's right.
And you know what? One little minor gripe I did have was I wish they showed us a Dr. Vaughn again.
Oh,
what was his name?
Vogelbaum or something, yeah.
Because now, in retrospect, Vogelbaum looks like a fucking, a saint compared to these because Vogelbaum was at least repentant. He said, he was, you were my biggest failure. Yeah. And then here, Barbara says something opposite. Yeah. That was our greatest success to put you with a love to pride thing.
We had the best psychologists.
Yeah.
To make you fucked up. That's basically what she was saying.
Yeah.
Man, I was like...
And I did love her, her motherliness, too. It was, a little sickening how, put him out of his misery. And then my favorite part is that, again, Homelander should have killed her, I felt. But he spares her. And then, of course, it's torturous. You're stuck there with a bunch of your colleagues' dead body. But I'm sure somebody will come to rescue her later on. I just felt like that showed that Homelander is still not free. Because in a weird way, it didn't make sense to me. Because remember how he killed season 1, the lactation mother.
Oh, Stillwell.
Yeah, Stillwell. So
Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline
Stillwell.
So
That's
I
right.
thought that was a little, But another thing is, now we know that Hughie's mother is up to no good. She is. I think she's working for Vought or something,
and she's got some scheme going on.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but keep in mind that these doctors only put him through all the torture because they knew he could take it. They treated him like a lab rat because he was a lab rat. So Homelander killing those doctors doesn't really make it square. I don't know. I kind of.
You disagree?
Yeah, I disagree because, I mean, this is the debate we have with continuing animal testing. But one of the reasons why we continue animal testing is because, the human body is so complex. And with the current technology, we can't fully replace, like, what animal testing provides us, especially when it has to do with brain science and stuff. But one of the key elements that distinguish whether this is unethical or not is whether the test subject is sentient. So are they capable of like having like cognition over what is going on?
No, but like, Wenjin, I think what Zezi is saying, like, okay, but Homelander getting back at them like that, is that morally justified? That's the simple question I think she's asking.
I think they did have a time. I mean, they did have a chance to redeem themselves. I clearly remember the moment when Homelander asked back to Frank, "Now you're sorry?" Now?
Okay. So it's a little too late.
They had all that time after making him go through all those horrible things, although he could take it. I mean, they treated him like a lab rat, and I think that is exactly why he grew up to be someone who is so in his term, like, that transcends humanity, someone who's
but in actuality very destructive.
Yeah, so someone who's so inhuman because that's the way he was treated, and I think it's the doctor's responsibility.
For FYI, Wonjin loves revenge tales, so this is right on his part.
And my favorite revenge tale is like bad guys on bad guys. Yeah. That's my favorite.
I think the point ZZ is trying to make it though, like maybe like the whole theme of Boys is like, how the boys are doing basically what the soups do, and like season 4, we're in season 4, right? All that has caused is just pain and misery for both sides. Yeah. So maybe. ZZ's point is, I'm not saying who's right and wrong here. It doesn't make it square. It doesn't heal anything. Oh,
because Homelander didn't die. He got to live and relive those moments, so killing them was just not enough. That's true. Because, I mean, now that they're dead, now what? But, like ZZ said, he still has to relive those moments.
Because, here's a contrasting view to yours. Because I thought Hughie and A-Train's reconciliation was kind of like the opposite of that.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's like a contra. Yeah, that's true.
One of the sad things about Butcher and Homelander is that they're consumed by their pain, and they try to resolve it in the most ineffective way, which is continuing that path. But I thought
so basically like spreading pain.
Yeah. So Hughie, even deciding to spare his father, at least trying to, of becoming a soup, I thought that was like a great contrast to how Hughie and A-Train, because remember we said A-Train was Jamie Lannister of the boys. Like I thought that was intentional because like after watching Homelander laugh in the elevator, we've seen this before in season 2, remember? He was, I want to get low, and he's all sprayed in blood, and Maeve's like, motherfucker, I'm going to put your plane thing out line. And then so I thought like it was just like him in the elevator smiling, and even Butcher taking on V. What a hypocrite you are. Like, ultimate hypocrisy.
That's one thing I didn't like about this episode. They just dropped it. They just dropped that information. And it was too convenient.
You thought it came too sudden?
Yeah, it's like, just so happens
yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a huge revelation?
Right. And I agree with you. I don't think the brain like moving around, that was enough foreshadowing. Because for us, we didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's kind of going unconscious, and something else takes him over.
Yeah, maybe it's like a Wolverine power that it turns on. But I guess they'll explain it. But But back to the theme of it, I thought this episode was really about forgiveness. And the neutral one is Starlight and Firecracker story.
Oh, maybe I forgot. But ZZ says Butcher was taking V last season as well.
No, but that was the like short-term V.
The temporary one. But I think this is the permanent
blue
one. Yeah, the compound V.
Because remember, in this storyline, the original blue, you can't take it to adults. But I guess it works now on, like, we get to see finally why we cast Mission Impossible, the Huey's dad, Simon Pegg was cast. I think that was funny though, because I wonder what kind of soup he will become. And so, I mean, listen, this confusion is completely understanding because they are bending the rule a little, like what was set up. Yeah. Because I thought blue, you couldn't take it to adults. You only do it on babies, and that's why there was the short-term V that they developed.
I was thinking the worms are part of his power, so it is his vision. The vision he is having, the hallucinations are connected to the worms that are trying to communicate with him through a familiar face. Just show the bows. Is there any similarities between? No,
there's no similarity whatsoever.
Not with
this one is an incredibly violent social commentary / satire / snuff film / comedy, black comedy. Oh, but another thing I did love was how Sage, the smartest person in the world, has to bang the dumbest member of the 7, and then that works.
And for her to kind of unwind, she needs to dumb herself down.
Yeah,
lobotomy.
Yeah, but hey, here's a foreshadowing. I think she's gonna lose an eye. Like that's
something's gonna go wrong through that lobotomy because I mean they showed us that thing so up close, and gave us the idea that so many things could go wrong.
Right. Like I agree with you.
If she dies, that's how she's gonna die. It's gonna be like, oops.
Like something dumb.
Yeah, the hammer thing. Yeah. It's gonna be like, oops.
Oh, another person I think is gonna die terribly is Firecracker. Like, I did like how she casually, bangs a 15-year-old like that. She casually sends the tweet and then deny, like make it about redemption and shit.
That was a good touch. That was kind of funny, but I don't know. I think if she was gonna die horribly, she would have died horribly in this episode. But the fact that she made it out, like after getting beaten to a pulp by Starlight, I think she will manage to stay alive. And maybe Starlight and Firecracker will again reconcile, just like A-Train and Hughie.
Because Hughie and A-Train is the reconciliation. Butcher and Homelander is the never forgive, fuck you. So Starlight and Firecracker one is the ongoing one. So that will be interesting.
Yeah. So I have this feeling that Starlight will make it through.
Joe, have you watched American Horror Story Covenant? Not yet. I just realized that. Are there any animals in The Boys? There are animals, but they're used very inappropriately, Scott Walker. Either as sex objects or as comedic. Yeah. Oh, another thing I did. Oh, now some negative. I did not like it when Singer mentioned like Republican.
Oh.
It was just one line that passed by, but
I have to now. Like tried to recover all those like torched votes.
Yeah, because I thought it kind of gave like up to episode 3 even on this season, I thought this show did a manageable job of trying to stay neutral in terms of like actual politics going on in the world in the United States. But I thought this was it kind of made it a little bit left leaning, and I like. Me and Wonji, we're Korean, so we can give two shits about what goes on in American politics. But I thought the show worked best when it was like not taking a side on anything, and I thought this episode was a little bit on the left, just a touch.
I don't know, maybe it's just my impression, but I think the whole season throughout. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think it's been always leaning left.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think it's kind of shitting on the
Trump,
on the American conservatives.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
Okay. Let's not talk about it.
It's best left untouched.
Look, because like me personally, I felt like up to episode 3, it was a little neutral, and And like I said, me and Wendy were Korean, so like we don't have any votes in American politics. So this is just from us watching you guys from the side. But I thought it worked because it was neutral. But this one kind of made it a little bit more about, you know. But I guess even in the past season, they did make fun of the church and Homelander being like a Jesus figure.
I think it's still making fun of the church in this episode.
Yeah, I mean her name.
Oh, and we have to don't forget about Ashley.
Oh right,
leaving that floater in Homelander's toilet.
Yo,
yeah, that was a surprise.
Yo, Ashley better live until like season 5 or end of the show because I'm rooting for Ashley. Like she is such a.
She's been through so much shit.
I know. Like, I mean, listen, she is a bitch, yes. Remember in Gen V how, like, she was taking command of the whole, like, committee meeting and shit? I'm not saying she's a nice person, but when you're surrounded by monsters and then you're just this puny human being.
I mean, if she manages to survive, I bet you she can land any job in any corporation in America.
Yeah.
If she can handle stress situations like that.
Yeah.
And if she can perform in such a super high stress environment, she will succeed anywhere.
Oh yeah, now that you said that, she said Disney's looking for me. So they did bash the left too. So the score is even, I guess. I mean, her name is Firecracker. Firecracker is a fragment of a big boom. That's true. Oh, Zetzi, you're right. Maybe. And I gotta be honest, we haven't seen her full power either. I think she just did this.
She did the spark, and she's stronger than most people, and that's it. Yeah. But we never know, because remember, they did this with Victoria Newman.
Right.
She had those hidden powers that we didn't know about.
So episode 4, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Like 8.5. For me.
You know what? I would also give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
9 would be too generous for this.
Didn't you give 10? Didn't you give 10 for the first 3, though?
Yeah. But the only thing missing in this episode, I would say, is, you know, like the lack of finesse dealing with characters' past, especially Frenchie's. And also, I think Kimiko's past thing, I think it's also kind of poorly done.
Yeah, me too.
I think it could have been better.
Yeah. And I want more Mother's Milk. Like Mother Milk is like the interesting one. Like I thought, like I did feel like the 8.5 comes from exactly right, like Frenchie and Kimiko's story. And remember, Kimiko already did that with her brother.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was like a lot of it was redux. Like Homelanders, you could argue, is also a redux, but they added a lot of details and enriching it so much that it was okay.
And you know that Homelander's story of the past and him facing his own past is entertaining in itself, because like the whole sequence from him arriving in the elevator with that ice cream cake and the sudden change of tone into, you know, that is he gonna do something bad, you know, that tension, and then once it's confirmed that he's about to do harm.
No, but you know what that is? The writers are like, let's write Homelander first, and the other one's like, we can't do shits about this.
That's what I feel.
The fuck up. Like, Anthony Starr is the show's hero. Okay, let's get this over fucking with. Let's give them a checkbox. But thematically, it was rich because everybody dealt with the past, and I thought that structure was nice. Except inside, there were some. I think Zezzy said it really well. Some concepts have been done before, so that's why it's an 8.5.
Yep.
Scott, you eat meat? Don't say you. Okay, Scott Walker, we're going to do a Let's Talk session now, okay? We're going to be right back with a 3-minute break. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. We give it an 8.5. I was Joe.
I was one Jin.
We'll see you in 3 minutes, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bitch. One Jin the Magnanimous. Joe the... What was the other joke that Aegon made? The hard cock? Was it? He said something about, like, cock. Like, he wanted a moniker when he was hanging out with the boys in the throne.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was something like Aegon the Hard, Aegon the Steady, Aegon the Stud.
Okay.
Yeah.